It's showtime. Hey guys, welcome back to Pop Culture with Pat. So I got a special video for you guys today, as some of you guys might know, especially if we're in the New England area, but also online because I've seen it all over the place. They have been filming Beetlejuice 2. They stopped filming due to the actors' strike. But before that happened, I got a chance to go check out the sets of Beetlejuice 2, which is in East Corinth, Vermont. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys some of my videos that I took, pictures that I took of the set being constructed, and also once it was done as well. So I hope you guys enjoy, and if you do, make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, and leave a comment down below. Hope you enjoy, guys. Alright, so when I first got to East Corinth, Vermont, which by the way, if you guys have never been, it is a tiny little town in central area of Vermont. Here is on the right side, you'll see that is the Maitland store from the original film. So they were building a facade for it. The rest of the building, from what locals were telling me, just kind of has fell into disrepair over the past several years. And then the next building afterwards, that was where the barbershop was from the first film. They're doing something different this time around for both of the buildings, and I'll show you that in a little bit. And then here we have the church that you can also see in the original film as well. So again, here's a front shot of both the store from the original film and then where the barbershop was. Before they started doing more construction and taking stuff down, you even have a little photo showing it what it looked like in the original film, which I thought was cool. Here is the bridge, the construction on the bridge that they're doing for Beetlejuice 2. So from what I found out from locals as well is that in the original movie, this was a lot smaller. It has been made into a 2-lane bridge this time around. Here I'm taking some shots of the little river stream down below. As you can see in this photo, this was before Vermont ended up getting a lot of water, which happened like the week of filming. But as you can see, definitely not as deep as it was in the movie. But yeah, here is the skeleton of the bridge, and this I got here before they started adding all the siding to it, before they painted it. So it was cool kind of to see what it looked like before, and here is in the other side of the river/stream as well. Again, here's just a picture of what the bridge looked like when I first got to East Corinth, and you guys will see what it looked like once the construction was completed. There is the infamous house built up on the hill just like the original film. It was just really cool to see this in person. I actually didn't even know that the original Beetlejuice was filmed in Vermont until I believe it was like last year. So I wanted to go up, and when I found out they would be doing Beetlejuice 2, I knew I had to go up and see this. So it was awesome to see the house up on the hill like that. A little bit closer, there's a picture that I took of the house. Almost an exact replica. You can see they're still working on it here. It wasn't completely done. And then just a little bit closer of a shot, the roof still needed to be done and a couple other things, and you'll see in the video's pictures in a little bit that some other things were added as well. This shot was taken from the cemetery that is behind the house, so you can go up there, but just please, if you guys do, make sure to be respectful. There are families and stuff that go there for their loved ones that are buried there, so just make sure if you are visiting, you can take pictures, but just be respectful and don't destroy the place or anything. Here is Miss Shannon's School for Girls. So this is what it looked like when I first got to East Corinth. As you can see, the building has been run down a little bit over the years. There was a cool Beetlejuice 2 or a Beetlejuice poster from the original film right there, as well as a replica of Lydia's bike from the original movie. You'll see there's someone up in the window. I'll show you guys in a second. But yeah, again, it was just before I saw everything kind of done with the construction, what they're doing for Beetlejuice 2, it was still just really cool to see this building, from the original film. Like I said, I was planning to come down here to check out the sets from the original one, but when I heard that they were doing Beetlejuice 2, I was like, okay, well, I have to go now to check these all out. So this is the school building from the original film. And again, just make sure any of these properties that you go on, just make sure that you don't trespass. As you can see here, there is Beetlejuice up in one of the windows. They ended up taking him down once they get closer to filming. I saw this sign. This was cool when we were coming into town. Someone had a "We Love Winona Ryder" sign on the side of one of their buildings, so that was really neat to see. And then here is an updated video of what the construction looked like. And as you can see, there's some corn stalks there. There is definitely a fall theme starting to take place, which I really appreciated. I did not know that Beetlejuice 2 was going to be taking place around Halloween, the fall season. You guys know me, you watch the channel, you know that I am a huge Halloween fan, so getting to see this all come together was really a good treat. Here's just some like updated photos of the construction of the Maitland store, or not the Maitland store this time around. You guys will see it's turned into a coffee shop. Again, just another photo showing all the buildings of the downtown. Nice little pumpkin patch that they have right in front of the Winter River Fire Department. This was covered at the time because they were still kind of, putting things all together. Some Halloween decorations in the store windows. And you can see in some of the stores too, you can see some nice little Easter eggs. Some people are saying that the red dress there kind of reminds them of Lydia's dress from the animated series, so definitely could be an Easter egg there. And as you can see, there's a little pumpkin in the corner there. Shout out to, it kind of has a similar look to Jack Skellington, so another Easter egg to Tim Burton. And then here is Jane Butterfield's real estate travel agency. So I believe, if I remember correctly, that someone said the woman who lives in that house was here for the previous filming. I don't know if it was like her parents or something that owned the house at that time. But yeah, it was cool to just see her house transformed into all of this. The Winter River Fire Department, they were going in and out of those garages, working on stuff there. And then again, it was just, I imagine it must have been so much fun for her. You could see her coming in and out of the house and even watching some of the filming later on. Here's an updated photo of Miss Shannon's School for Girls. So they actually had the sign out front and they repainted a lot of the front. The steps are all redone as well. You can see this was an earlier shot where it says, please do not touch the sign, because they had just put that up. I'm assuming the paint was still drying. And then this was from another day when you can see the school bus out in front. So they had definitely updated the building, which was really nice. And, they're going to leave that there now. I believe I'd heard someone is looking to restore the building. So that'll be cool if that's the case. I could be wrong. And then you have the updated bridge here, and you have the sign, "Come back soon." I'll show you guys the back of that sign in a second. But yeah, there's the bridge in all its glory, painted red. It was really cool to see that all done. And then you can see some lighting equipment behind the sign as well as they were getting ready for filming. Even some of the leaves, those leaves weren't there because this is the middle of July. And there's me with the back side of the sign, which I believe someone said is the original sign from the first film. You can also see some pumpkin lamps and stuff like that in the background. A nice shot that I took of the bridge from the other side of it. It was just amazing to see it all done. Especially how quickly they were able to put it up. It's too bad that they weren't able to leave it up, but from what I heard, it wasn't necessarily built to code, so it'd be a liability if they left it up. But I believe they're donating it to a local ski area, so you'll be able to see it if you go there, it sounds like. And then again, there's just one of the streams. I believe this was after Vermont had gotten some of the rains, so you can definitely see it's a lot higher than it was. And then here is an updated video of the house. So you can see there is a black shroud over it. So from what I understand, this was supposed to be the house in mourning. Some people were wondering if it was just to protect the house from birds, crapping on it, or just like the sun, the weather and stuff like that. But no, this is supposed to be the house in mourning. And here's an updated photo of the downtown. So as you can see, it's pretty much all done. You have Rewind Coffee Roasters, where the Maitland store was. You have a vintage shop. You have a pet stop where like the barber shop area was. So it's all done up in Halloween. Sets are pretty much all finished here. There's the pumpkin patch uncovered. Even though it was the middle of July and it was really warm, I felt like I was in the fall season with all this stuff around me. The Winter River Fire Department, you got the fire truck there. You can see one of the like filming trucks also in front of it as well. There's a little bit closer look of the Winter River Vintage store. So just seeing all the decorations, the decals, and the store windows. Again, just some more pictures of the downtown. It was really cool it's too bad that I wish that they would be able to, again, leave this stuff up, but they're not actual stores. They're just facades. Here's a cool jack-o'-lantern lamp they made like a number of these that went in the downtown area. You can see a couple more of those. But this is pretty much the main road in East Corinth. It's not a big town, so just a heads up if you go, it's one of those you blink and you might miss it. And here is a scene where, and this is going into possibly slight spoilers, but if you're watching this video, you probably don't care about that stuff, but it looks like, as you can see up in the, kind of in the middle-ish of the photo, you can see the sculpture, one of the sculptures from the original film, and then you can see a bunch of people here. So it looked like they were either doing some kind of funeral scene or something like that. And this here, guys, man, I got to see some of the filming and I got to see the legendary Tim Burton at work. I got a nice shot of him waving at us because someone said, "We love you, Tim." It was just so cool to get to see him at work and getting, scouting out the scene, preparing everything to get ready to shoot. So this, just being a big fan of his work, it was a real treat to get to see him and the rest of the crew get to work on this. And, just seeing everything all decked out, they're getting ready to do some night shots, as you can see here. Oh, man, just, again, loving Halloween in the fall season. You just felt that fall vibe, and there was a crowd there watching this as well. You can see some of the people on the bottom of the screen, seeing everyone, like the left-hand corner, getting everything all ready to go to shoot that night. The pumpkins on the steps. I was just in heaven, guys. I mean, it felt like it was getting ready for trick-or-treating. Lights were going down, all the lights in the windows, the street lamps. It just absolutely beautiful. They did a fantastic job with the sets. I can't wait to see how these all play out. And then here you can see the bridge. Got a nice shot of one of the lamps like lit up. I thought that was really cool to see. Another shot of some people coming, downtown with the number of the different lamps. You can see some people lining up to try and watch some of the filming that night. The good old pumpkin patch as we're approaching night as well. Just some more. I got a ton of photos here. So there is some duplicates. They're slightly different than others, and then there is the Butterfield's, the agency, her house all lit up. She put out some of her decorations. You can tell she was really getting in the spirit there. A night shot. I just loved the lighting on the church and everything. Looked really cool. They didn't start shooting, I believe, until 9:30, 10 o'clock that night. Things are lit up here. Seeing all those pumpkins, and those are all fake, by the way. Those weren't real pumpkins. And here is a really cool shot of the house at night. So it looked like they were filming a trick-or-treating scene at the house, and you can hear kids screaming. And as you can see kind of there with the fog and everything, kids were running away from the house, so I'm really curious to see how that is all going to play out. But yeah, guys, it was so much fun. I believe, so I'm going to be posting this video Tuesday. From what the signs and stuff were saying, the 19th was going to be the last day that they were kind of wrapping things up. They stopped filming this last Wednesday due to the actor strike. So they're starting to tear everything down. I believe they were going to Melrose, but that's put on hold now, obviously, with the actor strike. So everything is all wrapped up, or at least it seems like it is. Hopefully this doesn't affect the movie getting pushed back, because it is supposed to come out 2024 in September. I forget the exact day, but I know it was September. But yeah, I mean, this was one of those experiences when I heard that this was in Vermont. being a fan of Beetlejuice, the original film, and knowing that the second one was coming out with the cast, Jenna Ortega, Tim Burton being there, Winona Ryder, Catherine O'Hara, I just had to go there. So I was able to go up there a couple days, as you guys could see throughout the video. I was there when they were just starting to get the things up, and then I went it was like 3 or 4 times that I went up there. It was about a hour, 45 minutes, 2 hour drive for me. But just a heads up, a couple things again, guys, I want to make sure before I end the video, if you guys do go up there, just make sure that you're respectful of everyone's property. Make sure that you're parking in an area that you are supposed to. They have there's like a library there that some people park, but make sure you just don't take up all the parking, because people drop off their kids there, different events going on. There's like a post office, doctor's office. Just make sure that you're not taking up those parking spaces, so that way people that actually need to get there in the town can get there. Just make sure that you're not going on anyone's property without asking permission first. Had heard some of those things during like the filming or just construction of the sets. So I just want to make sure that everyone, if you do go up there, the people in the town, they were very friendly. Everyone that I interacted with, I met some great people up there. But just be a good human being, and just make sure that you're being respectful of everyone there and their property. But it is really cool to see. You can still see they're taking, I believe right now, as of this video going up, the house is still up there, but that's going to be coming down. The bridge was still up, but that's going to be coming down. You'll still be able to see the school, because that is like a building that's actually there. And you might still be able to see the store and stuff, but they might be taking the facades down, so you'll see kind of what is left from that, unfortunately. But yeah, if you guys get a chance, definitely go up there, especially if you're local. I think it's worth the trip. With the fall season coming up as well, make sure you're wary of the roads. There's been a lot of storms around here lately, and I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Again, if you guys are new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button as well as the bell button next to it. That way you get notifications for all my new videos, and keep an eye out for the next video. Thanks, guys.